Hello everyone, welcome once again to another SQL for data analysis class. In this class, you will learn how to combine both MySQL group by clause commands and MySQL join commands, and then after combining them, we can get an answer like this. I will also show you how you can create simple charts using PHP interface in MySQL itself. So everything that you are seeing here, we will discuss it along with its theory and description and commands, and I will explain what to select and when to do that. So let's get started with this simple chapter. So we are continuing our discussion of MySQL joins, and in MySQL joins we are now moving further. So we discussed inner left and right join. Now, after discussing inner left and right join or joins in particular, we also discussed group by. We understood that in group by, sum, count, average, max, etc. will be the aggregate functions that we will use along with group by clause. Now, this topic will combine these two chapters, group by and join. Okay, so we will combine these two topics. We know that with the help of group by, we simply group the data by any particular categorical column, and then after connecting that or after grouping that, we try to analyze some example. I will give you examples of both of them to revise this chapter now. So we have joins, okay, MySQL join. So we are going to combine these two, group by and join. Let's combine. Before that, we will simply write one thing. So in our database, let me close this. So in our database, we will simply go to the very basic table, which is products table, and in products table we can see we have the category ID. For every product we have the category ID, and for every product we have the supplier name, supplier ID and product name. Let's say someone asks you a simple question, and that question is how many products are there in each category. Question is simple, how many products are there in each category. So let's say without joining them, how can we answer the question? We actually studied that. So when we write group by, we select two columns. One is non-aggregate, like categorical column, and one is the aggregate column. So we'll select category ID, and category ID is our non-aggregate column or categorical column, and we will write count of product ID. This is our aggregate. So we have selected one categorical and one aggregate function, and in that aggregate function we have used the second column from products. In this case, we know that we have to apply group by, otherwise it will give us error. Let me show you. So you can see in aggregated query without group by expression, it is giving same error. So SF, now we will just write group by. So what will we write in group by here? What will we write in group by here? Sachin, Akshara or Vikas, what will we write in group by here? So just write category ID because this is not aggregate, right? So we will write this. So when you are getting the answer, it is showing you that category ID 1 has 12, 2 has 12 and so on. But here we are not getting category name, right? We are not getting the category name. Category name is missing. Why is it missing? Because we have not joined the table. So that's why, so this is the normal way of just doing it without join. Now we will use join, okay? So you will write select categories, simple, select categories dot, and when we are already using categories table, so we'll write categories dot category name and count products dot product ID. Okay, so the only difference is now when we are writing these column names, we are referring to their tables, the original tables. You will write from products, then without joining we cannot select data from two tables, so then we will simply write join categories. So from products join categories, and then we have to write on also, that we saw in previous example also. And on what? On products dot category ID, whatever is common between them. Okay, so we know that between product and category ID is common. So we'll write categories dot category ID, and now you cannot write group by category ID because there is no such column. So you will group by categories dot category name. Once you will do this, you will see a very good answer, error. So here actually we have written wrong product ID. Now you will see it is giving us this answer. So you can see from here that when you will actually run this query, okay, this is the query. Let me take a better screenshot. So when you will run this query, you will be able to first of all select two different tables, okay, then group data, so, and then you will be able to join. Okay, so if we are writing group by clause with join, this will be the query, and what will be the result? Result will be this result, and here we are seeing the category name. Here we are seeing the category name, okay, category name, and actually we are using, when we are using both of them, but when we are not using both of them, so let me select this. When we are not using both of them, so our query will look like this. Here we are simply selecting from one table, and if you will hit go, you will get this answer. Okay, here you will not be able to get the category name because this is data from single table. So just with group by clause you will not be able to write that, but when you will combine both, you will be able to answer in a better way. So this is group by clause. So this is a simple difference between these two. You can, I will share this screenshot also with you guys. You can look at them separately and then answer. So what is happening here? This is without join, okay, and this is with join. With join you can take name of both the tables and you can join them. इसी तरीके से let's say if you want to, in a similar way, if you want to show supplier name also, So you want to write a query where you want to show supplier name and then how many products does that supplier supply. So you will replace you will select suppliers dot supplier name or suppliers dot contact name, okay, and then you will write count products dot product ID. How many product IDs are there? From products, simple, join suppliers on what? So from products join suppliers on what? What will we write here, Vikas? On Vikas, Akshara, Sachi, what will we write here in on here? This time we are selecting suppliers and products. We are selecting suppliers and products. So what will we write in on?
डॉट
Suppliers dot
सर दोनों में जो कॉमन है
क्या? What is common?
और एक बार ग्राफ दिखाइए सर।
Product ID.
How can product ID be common between them? What is common here?
सर
Customer ID.
अरे यहाँ देखो ना, product and supplier, what is common between them?
सर सप्लायर आईडी
Exactly. Logic is very simple. Suppliers dot supplier ID equal to what?
प्रोडक्ट डॉट प्रोडक्ट्स सप्लायर आईडी
Exactly. And in group by, what will we write?
सर सप्लायर्स आईडी
नहीं. In group by, again you are forgetting. Whatever we have selected, one is categorical, one is aggregate. We keep the aggregate there and select whatever we have to group by. See, that particular supplier may have supplied many products, right? So we are counting number of product IDs where that supplier's contact name appears. So that's why we are grouping. So when you will do that, if you will hit go, now you have the answer, right? That Charlotte Cooper, Shelley Burke, Regina Murphy, how many products have they supplied? So this is our second case. Okay. So let's write the category one once again. So in categories, you will just replace it with categories dot category name. Okay. Categories dot category name. This will remain the same. Here it will change from categories. What will we write here? If we are joining categories, what will we write here? We just did that. Categories dot
ग्राफ दिखाइए सर बता देंगे
what is common between product and categories? We discussed it many times. Huh?
कैटेगरी आईडी यस सर कैटेगरी आईडी
So categories dot category ID.
ID. Products dot category ID.
Exactly. And then what will we write in group by?
The categories dot category name.
Exactly. Because here we don't have any supplier. So when you will run this is something we did just 10 minutes ago in this same chapter. So when you will do that, you will get this answer. In again, this is optional, but here you also get a display chart. In the display chart, you can select a column chart and you can actually answer that as a either as a bar graph. You can answer that as a image also. So this is the image. So now it is showing that seafood produce whatever is that number. Okay. So We can take a screenshot of this also, because this way, this is meant by group by, that in group by actually we are grouping products on the basis of their category name. Okay, this is what group by, you can see this is categories dot category name over here, right? And that categories dot category name, whatever this value is appearing here, and whatever the count value is, so this particular thing count, this is appearing here. Okay, so this count thing appears here. So this way your graph will be created, and that's why when we visualize data, so in visualization, if we are using bar graph or a column chart, so we mostly use a bar graph or column chart because it is the easier way to visualize the same thing. Here you can see same thing as number, here you can see same thing as a graph. Okay, now you guys practice all of this and practice the questions that we have given you, and then when we will meet in our next class, if you have any doubts, and those who are watching online can ask their doubts in the comment section, and then we'll proceed further with more complex queries. Thanks once again. Have a nice day.